Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are kicking the show off with some holiday cleanup. That's right. We are getting tips and tricks on how to best clear out your holiday junk and extras after you finish undecorating this holiday season from our friends at Two Men and a Truck. Then Landmark Roofing is here to discuss annual maintenance on your roof and how you can upgrade to the latest roof trends with their services. Then it's time for Wealth Wednesday, and we are learning why financial planning should be on your New Year's resolution list with Foster Financial. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
The holiday season is over, so now people are doing that big cleanup and undecorating. And here to give us tips and tricks on how to best remove our junk is Two Men in a Junk Truck, Daniel Branson, their marketing director. Hello, Daniel.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Welcome back. Good.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
To you. And I know we have Christmas decor here.
We do.
People are probably sick of it now.
Yeah. It really starts to over-encumber you.
Yeah.
And so what we're here for you to help today is we're going to go over 3 main tips on how you can help declutter and remove items for the holidays.
Okay, that's exciting. Okay, so first I have to ask, have you undecorated for Christmas yet?
Yes, we have this year. My wife was very adamant about getting it undecorated quickly after the new year because last year we may have traded a little bit long and had our tree up for longer than we'd like to admit.
Okay. Well, I have not undecorated. I don't plan to undecorate for at least a couple of weeks because I go home for Christmas. So I decorate my house and I travel to Texas, and now I'm back and I'm like, I want to enjoy my decorations. So
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, they always look so good too that you want to enjoy them, you want to embrace them. You take a lot of time to put them up, so you want to enjoy them a little bit.
So much time. Okay, so let's dive into the first step of just this process that can sometimes be very overwhelming.
Absolutely. Step number 1 is you want to look at the new items you maybe received for Christmas or the holidays and think about what you received something new of that you already had something old of.
Okay.
So for a lot of people, if you're receiving an item that you can then now donate to a partner, it goes a long way, and it makes you feel good about what you're doing with your old items.
Oh, that's so true, because people do upgrades, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they went with a different color scheme for decorations, or they got gifts, duplicate gifts.
Yeah.
But I love that. Give it away. You don't feel like you're wasting it, but you can help someone that really needs it.
Absolutely. You can remove it from your home, declutter a little bit, and that's the important of it. At 2 Men in a Junk Truck, we have a commitment to donating 70% of the items that we take away.
Oh, wow.
And so our goal is to help give back to the community as well, and not only just remove items, but take them to a great place.
Yeah, and so through your services, people can kind of not have to deal with that process at all.
Absolutely.
They set it out. You pick it up, and then you handle the donating.
Absolutely.
Love that.
So we take it. It's a stress-free service. It clears your mind space. It clears the clutter. You feel good about where it's going, and you feel good that it's out of your home.
Love that. Okay, what's step 2?
Yeah, tip number 2 comes down to storage. So when you're storing your items, we recommend using clear storage bins. Not only having clear storage bins, but it makes it so much easier for when you're going to find your items for next year.
Yes.
Because when you start doing holiday shopping come next season, you're going to think, what lights, colors did I have? What decor did we have left over? And it's key that if you have clear storage bins, you're going to be able to make key of that. I'm going to add a quick side tip with the storage bins. Holiday lights. These can be an absolute mess. A cluttered, befundled mess. What you can do, take other decor that you have and wrap it around said decor. This might sound crazy, but what it does is when you're going to take it out the next year, it'll much easier come untangled because it'll all be unwrapped already. So when you're going to unwrap it next year, it's much more simple. You don't have to buy anything extra. Just take what you have, use what you have, and declutter a little bit.
Okay, can I add a side tip to your side tip?
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is what I have learned to be helpful, and you don't have to pay any extra money, but taking toilet rolls or paper towel rolls after they're done and then wrapping it around the roll.
That's terrific.
And then storing it. There you have little cylinders of your lights.
Yes.
And it's protected.
Yes,
So, yeah.
I love that. Because what it's all about is preparing for next year.
Yeah.
And when you have the toilet rolls already ready to go, when you pull it out of your closets, it's less hassle. And the last thing we want around the holidays is to be stressed about a tangled mess that you have laying around for what you need to do.
Exactly. Okay, awesome. And what's the third tip?
Yeah, tip number 3 kind of goes back and similar to tip number 1, but we encourage the recycling of items. So a lot of times if you're disposing of different waste, if you're getting rid of holiday wrapping paper, cardboard boxes, make sure you're recycling those and putting those to good use rather than just putting those in your typical trash can. And that's something else we do as well. We do a lot of holiday box removal. So when you've gotten all those new Christmas presents, leave them in your garage. We'll come remove that clutter and then take them to a recycling plant.
That's great. And that's so true because, I think recycling sometimes we all want to do it.
Absolutely.
But forget, you know what? It's not that hard. It's all just about separation of trash and then recyclable items. And then, as you said, you will do the pickup. So let's talk about that service more. How does it work with utilizing you?
Absolutely. So what's great about junk removal is that it's very fast and efficient. You give us a call. We're in your driveway within 24 to 48 hours to remove the items that you need gone. What's great around the holidays, this is your cardboard boxes, your leftover items, this is even your Christmas tree. If you have a real tree, we can come by, grab your tree, and get out of your space. Because a lot of time, you go to get rid of that tree and you think, what do I do with this? And that's where we come in play to remove that item from your home.
That's so funny because, I love a good real tree. I really do.
Yeah.
That pine smell is amazing, but it is the hassle. Will you remove it out of someone's home?
Absolutely, we will. And that's what's great about junk removal is we can go inside of your home, remove the items directly from where they are. So even if you have that pesky old couch in the basement, we can come in, remove that, no hassle to you.
Okay, well, I like that. This is a head start on spring cleaning.
Absolutely.
And refreshing the home for the new year. If people are interested in utilizing your services, how should they get in contact with you?
Absolutely. The best place is going to be go online. It's 2menjt.com. And they can go on there, reach out, and do a self-schedule for our junk removal service.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you, Jessica.
And we will have the website listed below to 2 Men and a Junk Truck, so you can start this process of clearing out all that holiday clutter and get started with the new year. And I'll see you after the break.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by Landmark Roofing. Landmark Roofing has been around for a decade, providing roofing services from Fort Wayne to Indianapolis and even Nashville. They believe in cutting-edge technology to get the job done. So joining me today to discuss their roofing services is Keely Carter, their marketing specialist. Good morning, Keely.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so congratulations on a decade. That's a long time of having and maintaining a company, especially with being able to spread it and serve different areas of different communities. So let's just start off with an overview. If someone has not heard about Landmark Roofing, what is it?
So Landmark Roofing is a roofing contractor, and we offer roofing, siding, and gutter services. And we do full roof replacements and also emergency roofing repairs.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds intense. So emergency roofing repairs. So that's as if a big tragic accident happened, maybe some weather damage. Talk to me about that process.
Yes. So we often run into hail damage, just shingles that are curling, or the granulars are removed just from weathering.
Okay, and so I know that cutting edge technology is a really big part of your service. So how do you use that to really help out and make your roofing unique?
So the way that we manage all of our projects is we use AccuLinks, and honestly we use a lot of different softwares just to kind of all work together as one. We use Build 12. We use a lot of things. I won't say everything.
Right.
But
yeah, we don't want to give away your whole inventory. Yeah. But you use this technology and tools to really just keep the organization, the proper workflow. Yes. Because I'm sure there are so many steps that go into repairing and adjusting roofing. And so as people are kind of considering their own roofs, what is a good source of information for roofing maintenance? Should people always be looking at roofing repair, or only if something dramatic happens on top?
I would say it's definitely important to keep up with your roof maintenance, and Landmark Roofing also provides a service where we come out yearly and we just make sure that the health of your roof is in good stance.
Oh.
And that kind of helps just kind of extend the life of your roof. So it's definitely important to keep up with the maintenance, and we can help with that.
Yeah, and with you all entering into your 10th year,
Yes.
what are you doing special for 2025?
We are actually getting ready to move into our new office. It's off of New Haven Avenue.
Okay,
so that's going to be exciting. I
congratulations.
think we're going to have like a little event there. So
Okay, so stay tuned
yeah.
for that information. And so people can come to your storefront. So is that a showroom?
Yes, we will have a new showroom, so that's definitely exciting too.
That is exciting. And then as people can visit you there, they can also see what you have to offer at the
Correct.
Home and Garden Show. You all know that
Yes.
big show that's happening in a couple of months. And so talk to me about how you all will present and kind of provide samples so people can understand your business better.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have a couple sample boards there just to kind of show you the different colors that we use. We use products from Owens Corning, Certainteed, and those are just our asphalt shingle samples. We also do metal roofing. We do Duralast, membrane roofing systems, more on the commercial side, but yeah.
So what is a hot trend right now in roofing? I mean, if you're looking into 2025 and people are like, okay, how do I want to be different? Or what's a new product that may be coming out?
I would say we see a lot of metal roofing lately, definitely. I think that's the most trending roofing thing right now.
So what is so popular about it is like sleek and kind of chic looking?
I think, yeah, just the new look of it. You don't have to worry about the texture fading or weathering. It's just, you have to worry about maybe repainting, but that's about it.
Okay, so I don't know about anyone else, but when you said metal roofing, I'm like, what about lightning?
Yeah.
How safe is that?
That's actually a myth, so that's good.
Okay, so no danger to your home with metal
Right.
roofing, but you have so much to offer. So people can really go to your website to take a look at your services. Do you have samples on there, I'm assuming?
Yes,
Okay.
we have actually like a portfolio of all the projects that we've done. So.
Okay, wonderful. And when you talked about that consult that you do on an annual basis, how can someone sign up for that?
So we actually have an online form that anyone can fill out at www.landmarkroofingexperts.com, or they can call into our office at 260-610-7006.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Keely.
Yes.
And if you would like more information about Landmark Roofing, we'll have their website and phone number listed below. Give them a call and also check them out at the Home and Garden Show. And we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Landmark Roofing.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. It is the top of the year and the best time to start thinking about your finances and planning them throughout 2025. And the best person to talk to about this is Caleb Doan, the Vice President of Foster Financial. Hello, Caleb.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
All right. So we made it to this year, and it's time to get our minds right and start thinking about some stuff in this first quarter, right?
Yeah.
And so I know that you like to talk about New Year's resolutions and putting on that list finances. So what is the first thing people should do when it comes to financial planning?
Yeah. I'd say there's a few things that people always like to push off, when it comes to their New Year's resolutions. One of them is legal documents. People always say, man, I need to update my will or my power of attorney. That's very easy to push off. Another one is the financial planning. So people know that they need a financial plan, they need to talk with somebody, but again, it's very easy to push it off and kind of save it for later.
Yeah.
So this year, as you're kind of going through your New Year's resolutions, if there's room on the list, maybe add putting a financial plan on there.
Right.
And there's lots that we do with a financial plan. There's lots of things to look into. I'd say some of the biggest pieces, if you're not retired, We like to make a plan for when you're going to retire. You know, is there a certain date that somebody is targeting, a certain age that they're targeting? We want to make sure that you can hit that goal. And to achieve that often involves contribution planning, looking at what your budget is going to be. Are there going to be big expenses in retirement? How do we plan for taxes? How do we plan for health insurance, especially for retiring before 65? There's a ton of things that go into a financial plan, and so we'll do all of that for you.
Yes, and so I know that we talk a lot about that retirement age and kind of like if spouses were to pass away and just kind of things that people deal with later in life. But would you say financial planning is important for all ages?
Yeah, certainly. You know, whether somebody is targeting a certain age for retirement or if you're in retirement and you just want to make sure that your money lasts all of retirement. Either way, a financial plan is a really good thing to have. And I think today's, Women's Wealth Wednesday, and so we like to kind of orient it towards women a little bit. One of the ways that financial planning can be really important in that scenario is sometimes we'll see that one spouse is a lot more involved in the investments than another spouse. And so maybe the husband really does a lot of the investments. He kind of self-manages their IRAs, their 401ks, whatever it might be. Well, that's wonderful, and that someone can do very good by doing that. But one thing to keep in mind is if that spouse, the husband in this scenario, if he were to pass away, would the wife feel comfortable managing all of that stuff on her own?
Right.
We see a lot of mistakes happen when that occurs. A husband passes away, the wife decides, okay, I don't really want to manage this stuff. I'm going to pull it out of the market. I'm going to cash out these accounts, and that can cause big issues for taxes. And so it can be really important. It can be helpful to create a financial plan, establish a relationship with a financial advisor. That way your spouse can be taken care of if something were to happen to you.
Okay, so let's talk about what it looks like on the consumer end when they do have a financial planner and you're putting all these numbers and having the portfolios that people keep. Is this something that's digital now, or is it still like, okay, here's your numbers, going over paperwork that's printed? Like, does the couple have access to it at home in that way?
Yeah, we do both for people, because we have people that prefer paper, people prefer digital. We have an action plan that we create that lays out all of our recommendations, and that's, we can send it over a PDF, over email, or we print it out for people as well. And then when it comes to actually, viewing what you're invested in, you can either get the paper statements or you can get the digital statements. So we have clients all over the spectrum with that, so we want to cater to what people prefer the most.
Yes, and I'm sure people are wondering what that process really looks like with getting a financial planner. Like, is it something we talk about at the top of the year and then don't see you again until the end of the year, or is it something that you're meeting monthly with your clients? Like, how involved are they on a continual basis to really manage their money?
Yeah, great question. When somebody decides to pursue a financial plan, at least at our firm, what we do is, we sit you down, we meet with you, we tell you a little bit about Foster Financial, we get to know a little bit about your financial plan and what planning strategies would apply to you. So is it contributions, is it Roth conversions, tax loss harvesting? What are the different things that really apply to your plan? Then we'll do phone calls with you. We'll do a conference call where we'll call on the different accounts, answer all the questions that we have. There are different background questions we need to be able to understand what the recommendations are going to be. And then we meet with you probably 3 or 4 times over the course of about a month or two to put together these recommendations and present them to you. And then once we present them, the clients say, hey, this sounds great. Please go and do this for me. It can certainly be complex with the different strategies. And then we go and do them for you. And then we typically meet with people on a recurring basis. Depends how complex the plan is, but usually it's about 2 in-person meetings a year that we have with clients. So we touch base, we see if things have changed, any big expenses come up, any life changes that we need to kind of connect on, and we go over and adjust the plan on an ongoing basis.
Okay, and then what is actually included in a financial plan? What are just some of the areas that you all really compound in that?
Yeah, there's a lot that we look into. So if somebody is contributing to a 401k at work. We'll give you recommendations for what to invest in your 401k.
Okay.
We'll look at all the different investment options and see what are the best for you. We'll help you rebalance that 401k. When it comes to contributing, a lot of times people don't necessarily know how much they should contribute in order to hit that retirement goal. And so we'll say, hey, you're contributing 5% right now. We actually need to raise it to 7% or whatever it might be to be able to hit your goal. So there's investments, there's contributions, there's also tax strategizing. Maybe somebody's contributing pre-tax and they need to switch over to Roth. And so we'll do that. Maybe there's Roth conversions that need to happen. Maybe there's donating strategies that need to occur. We'll look at that. We'll look at their beneficiaries too. You'd be surprised how many people's beneficiaries are incorrectly put on at least one of their accounts. And so we go through and make sure those are updated. There's a lot more too, but that's kind of a taste of what the financial plan looks like.
Yeah, and is there a recommended age for someone to get started with a financial plan, or is it really just the stage in their lives where they actually have the bigger accounts like the 401ks and portfolios to really manage?
Yeah, I would say the earlier the better for a financial plan, but also it's never too late, right? So the younger you are, little tweaks that we make to the plan have just a drastic difference 20 or 30 years down the road. So if you're young, the biggest asset that you have is your time. And so we can get money in the market and it's in there for 20, 30, 40 years. If you're older, however, there's a lot of these tax strategies that we have that can save you a lot of money in your 70s and in your 80s. So the earlier the better, but it's also never too late to start.
All right, well, they should get started with you.
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you how you can get started with Caleb. So Foster Financial offers complimentary consultations, and they also will proceed to have a meeting in office, and you get their yummy warm cookies if you visit them, and so much more throughout that experience. So we will put their website and their phone number below to reach out to them, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.